Welcome back, everybody. Quick little ride. I just got done riding the Spider. I was out on the Spider for about an hour and a half. Some moron was a moron and tried to kill me. So I decided to go for another ride because I got something else to ride. So I'm on the all-powerful Dual Sport, which is almost pegged out at 52 miles per hour. This thing definitely needs a bigger carburetor, and I knew that going into this, and the carburetor's like $53. You know, everything about this thing is just very inexpensive. You know, the chain's a little on the light side. I think the brakes are $10 a set, which is amazing. But you know, all in all, it's a good little bike. I've been riding on it for a while, and now I've used one bar of gas, which is also telling me that this thing is sipping it just a little. It needs to drink a little bit more. So I'm out here, I don't even know the name of this road, but this is what I came out to see, is the old stone wall. And I don't know if I've showed you guys, everybody, this. Oh, check out the turkey buzzard. Quack, quack, turkey buzzard. But that's a cemetery with an old wall around it. Oh, and we're locked up. I wanted to get some pictures. Oh, well. You can, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but about $6,000. It pulls strong until $6,000, and then you can tell it's running out of something, and I'm believing it's just, it needs a bigger carburetor, bigger jetted carburetor, give this thing just a little bit more fuel. But under $6,000, this thing, it runs great. You know, and I'm about the same weight as it, and it pulls me no problem. And so I went out with my buddy this last weekend, and you know, he has a big old Honda motocross bike, and you know, he's got knobby tires, you know, for the mud, and I've got cheap Dual Sport tires on this thing, and it was insanely muddy, but I was amazed at how well this thing performed at the lower speeds and the higher RPMs, and you know, it had no problem spinning that back tire and trying to keep it cleaned out, and it did good. I mean, this thing's a little Dual Sport. It's not. Oh man, that was cold right there. I'm used to, you know, somewhat wind protection, even though I think that little whatever, it does a decent job. I mean, it's nice clean air that's hitting me, and I don't mind air hitting me as long as it's clean, and that's what I don't like about the Spider and the F3 Blue Ridge windscreen. So when I had my first motorcycle, I rode this route once. I'm like, I'm going for a ride, and I just went for a ride, and I never just went for a ride. I rode with a couple buddies a couple times, and I rode to work, and that was it. So my first ride, just going for a ride, I did this loop, but in reverse, and I didn't like it, to be honest with you. It was a little terrifying, but I'm pretty comfortable on this thing. And I think why I'm so comfortable on it is, you know, the fork's not laid out, you know, like that little Cruiser was. It's a little bit lighter, so it does get blown around a little bit easier. Hey, gone. But I don't know, it just feels better. It's a little bit more flickable, you know, and it just feels, for having, you know, kind of a knobby tire on it, it seems to be more responsive, and I think it's very fun. But it's not a Spider, and a Spider allows me to ride how I want to ride, you know. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to want to get off of this thing. The seat is horrendous. So I have a second air hawk that doesn't fit the Spider, and it might work on this. So if I'm going for a ride, I can strap it down and go for a ride and enjoy it. But you know, all in all, I'm very happy with this little bike. I knew when I got it, it wasn't going to be a Honda. It's not a Honda. But I'm impressed with LED turn signals from the factory, and a digital gauge cluster, and a gear indicator, and a gas fuel gauge, and braided brake lines, and adjustable rear shock, not only preload but dampening, and then I have adjustable front forks, and they're inverted. At $2,600. You know, and the motor is a stolen Honda clone of the, I don't know, I think it's like some Csc 125, and this one's a little 230. You know, I'm not going to say everything about this thing is brilliant, because it is what it is. You know, it's slow and it's not comfortable, but it does what I wanted it to do, and it does it, I think, pretty good. Hey, stay safe. I'm gonna get the motorcycle locked up. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and I'll see everyone in a few days.